So, Bryan Eccleshall, Cornucopia behind me. How many paintings have we got here of yours?
I did try and tot it up. It's over 200. I think it's about 212, something like that. I can't remember exactly. I assume you put all of them up somehow.
I think there might be one or two that
Yeah,
got
that was
held
yeah.
behind.
But yeah, there's over two. I sent you over 200. So
Yeah. And they are mostly acrylic or some of
yeah, there's some ink in there as well. But I usually just the acrylic usually obliterates the ink, but sometimes there's a bit of ink drawn on top. But it's acrylic ink, so yes, they're all acrylic on paper.
Tell me about the gestation of this. How did it start?
Well, well, um, it's
I should get out of the way. So,
these things these things never have one starting point, and I think it's a mistake to pretend that they do.
mm,
um, I picked up I suppose I could show you. I picked up because I liked it, a bundle of the paper
I was
in
going to
in
ask
in
if they were.
Casa Arts, and
Yeah.
I just thought, God, that's so cute. I
Yeah.
used to work in the printing industry and used to buy paper, so I really like nice paper. And this has got this deckled edge because each sheet is made individually. Then it's not a sheet that's been cut up, so they have this lovely kind of handmade feel to it. And I like the idea of people making tiny bits of paper. So I just bought them because I thought they were cute. And I like to make lots of work. And I had been working in the studio and I'd made a couple of big paintings. One was a big triptych that I made that was well liked, and I've shown it a couple of times, and it's always gone down well. That's really big, um, sort of 6 foot by 5 foot, and that was great. But I made it really quickly, and then I made another painting after seeing an exhibition by Andrew Cranston, sort of as a sort of tribute to him, and I made that quite quickly. I did some follow up on it, but I made those two paintings. They're really. I think, oh, I'm making really good paintings. They're really nice and big and colourful and stuff. Um, and then I tried to make more, and I just struggled. Partly because oil paint is tricky. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say. It's wonderful, but it's tricky. Um, but if you're not going in every day, and I can't because of my teaching commitments, you come in and it's sort of gone a bit chewy and you can't move it around anymore and it's not quite dry enough to get rid of. You can't scrape it up. So I was ending up with these kind of starting paintings that were 3 foot, 4 foot big, and they're just in the way and they smell and they cost a lot of money. And I just started making, and I'd always made little sketchbooky kind of workbook things that suddenly got, and I haven't got any with me. I should have brought them with me, but small things and loads of images, loads of overwhelming reference material that I collected. I've got a folder on my actually on this USB stick,
Mhm.
which has got like thousands of images. Some of them are mine, some of them are just artworks, photographs I've taken, photographs I've stolen off the internet, and I just thought I'll just start making those. And I'd made some UFO paintings on this paper that showed at another gallery.
I think
Um,
those were the ones that I'd seen, and
yeah, they were in
the ones I
Minnesota,
invited you to show.
and they were nice to make, but they didn't have any kind of reference to anything particular. They were just invented, and they're a way of making colourful things, and I like them. And then I just started bit by bit, start thinking, well, what if I make little paintings of the things that this scrapbook of images, and I just thought I just got into it, and I just had no failures. They just kept being okay. And if I didn't, and I've got a little box of them here, and I've got some that are half finished. So I just do a bit on them, and then I leave them. And then, yeah, that one's not great, but it needs finish. But I will wrestle it to the ground and make it work. And I just started making them, and they just started working. And so I just leaned into it really.